Okay, so what exactly is slope-intercept form? Okay, what is slope-intercept form? Okay, for linear equations, when we write something in slope-intercept form, what is that? Emma? You got it. Y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, so in the form, slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, what does the m stand for? Wait, that's our slope. Okay, and what is the b? Very good, y-intercept. Okay, so when we say y-intercept, what does that mean? Okay, what is the y-intercept again? Where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, where it crosses the y-axis, that is our y-intercept. Okay, then of course we talked about slope. Okay, what is slope? Okay, the top number is what? Rise. Bottom number is the run. Rise over run. Okay? All right, so in order to write an equation of a line in slope-intercept, given the slope and the y-intercept, so what we're going to do, you're going to be given the slope, you're going to be given the y-intercept, and you're going to plug that into that formula y equals mx plus b. So very simply, okay, with that formula y equals mx plus b, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to plug in the slope, we're going to replace the m, okay, m stands for slope, so we're going to replace the m with, in this case, 3/4. And then with the b, we're going to replace that with -2. So we could write that as y is equal to 3/4 x minus 2. Now, given that it is now written in slope-intercept form, what we can do, we can graph that. So to graph it, very simply, what we're going to do, given y is equal to 3/4 x minus 2, okay, does anybody remember what our starting point is within a linear equation? Yeah. Y-intercept, that's right. So in this case, it would be -2. Okay, so we're going to start at -2 on the y-axis. Okay, that's our starting point. Okay, y-intercept is always your starting point. Okay, so then after that, we have our slope. Now our slope, which is 3/4. Okay, so our slope is 3/4. So now what we're going to do, we have our rise and run. Now, if you recall, okay, if you had me last year, I gave you an illustration. I sit behind William and I pick on it. Where I sit down and, okay, well, in order for me to get to the door, what do I have to do first? You have to rise, right? Okay, so I have to rise up and then run out to the door. Okay, just like with slope, same thing. The first thing you always have to do, you have to rise. So what is rise? When we say rise, what does that mean? That is what type of a change? Which is vertical. Okay, vertical change. Okay, so your rise, which is your vertical change, of course, run is your horizontal. Okay. All right, so we're going to, this time we have a +3, so we're going to do what? Up 3. Okay, so we're going to go up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Rise first, and then we got a +4. So now where do I go? To the right 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you have to do both rise and run. Okay, once you do both rise and run, okay, then you're going to plot your point. Now, not only can I say +3 over +4. Yeah, what else got to say? That's right, double negative, right? Okay, -3. Why do we say -3 over -4 is equivalent to +3 over +4? You got it. Okay, we can do positive divided by positive is a positive, negative divided by negative is a positive. Okay, so those two are equivalent. Okay, so not only can we go up 3 over to the right 4, we can also go down 3, 1, 2, 3, left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and plot our point. Then, okay, we connect those for the linear graph. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, I'll try this one. All right, so what's our equation going to be for this one? Ben? That's right. Okay, y is equal to negative 1/2 x plus 3. So our starting point, once again, is going to be the y-intercept. So we're going to start at positive 3 this time. Okay, so our slope, which is negative 1 over 2. So we're going to start off, we're going to go down 1 and to the right twice. Now, not only can we say negative 1 over 2, what's another way we could write that? Natalie? Yep, 1 over negative 2. Okay, so now we can go up 1 and to the left twice. Okay, and that is a terrible looking line, but you get the idea. A little curvy there. All right. Okay, I'll try one more of these. Okay, what would be our equation for this one? John Eisner. Okay, when you write the form y equals mx plus b, what's that going to look like? Okay, yeah, so we're going to get y is equal to negative 3x minus 8, and we're writing the form y equals mx plus b. All right, then, okay, our starting point, which is negative 8. Okay, so we're going to start at negative 8. Now, on this one, okay, we only have one number for the slope. We have to have 2. So how are we going to write that? Put over 1, right? Okay. Or what else? Okay. All right. So we got negative 3. Now this one on my graph, I can't do the first one. So I have to do the second one. So we're going to go up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Left once. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. Left once. Cha-cha-cha. Okay. All right. So, okay, here I have my linear graph. Now, one thing you're going to notice as well with this, okay, anytime that we have a negative slope, it's going to slant in this direction. Okay, so it slants this direction when it's negative. When it is positive, okay, a positive slope, then we're going to actually slant in this direction, okay, diagonally. Okay, now the next thing we're going to look at rewriting linear equations in the form y equals mx plus b, and then graph. So for this particular one, okay, this is of course not in slope-intercept form, but it is in a form. Okay, how is this written right here? Standard. Okay, that's the standard form, right? Okay, ax plus by is equal to c. So once again, we have to get this in the form y equals mx plus b. So what do I have to isolate in order to get this in the form y equals mx plus b? Kenny? Because I asked. So what do I have to isolate? You catch on quick. That's good. This morning, first period, they didn't catch on so quick. It took them a little bit. Yes, the y variable. All right, so, sorry, bad math joke. All right, so yeah, we're going to isolate the y variable. So to do that, we're going to start off and we're going to subtract the 3x. All right, so we got 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 6. Now, what's my last step? Yeah, divide by 2, right? We're going to divide by 2. All right, so now when I divide by 2, okay, the way you're going to do that, remember with slope, you have to leave this as improper. Okay, so we got negative 3 over 2x. Okay, then we're going to divide 6 divided by 2. Okay, we should get 3. Okay, so don't forget you have to divide both of the terms, the slope and the y-intercept, by that number. Okay, so now we have our equation. Okay, we've isolated the y. Okay, so once again we got the y is equal to negative 3 over 2x, okay, plus 3. Okay, so let's graph that. So we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, negative 3, go down 3 to the right twice, or up 3 to the left twice. Okay, once again, you notice that the slope is negative, so it is going to slant in that direction. Okay, y'all try this one. Okay, go ahead and put in the form y equals mx plus b and graph. Okay, so what is first step here? What do I need to do first? Julia? Okay. Alright, so we're going to subtract first, and we'll get negative 3x plus 12. Okay, then of course we're going to divide by negative 4. Now it's going to give us, well, we have negative 3x over negative 4. Of course that's going to become positive. We get 3/4 x. Okay, then we have a 12 divided by negative 4, and that's going to give us a negative 3. Alright, so now we're going to start at negative 3. Rise up 3, 1, 2, 3, run out to the right 4 times, 4 down 3 to the left 4 times. Okay, last thing we're going to look at here, go ahead and copy down that first one up there with the asterisk. Vertical lines are undefined, so equations of vertical lines cannot be written in the form y equals mx plus b. So what we're going to look at now, we're going to look at actually some graphs. And anytime you have a graph in which you have a vertical line, okay, that line is vertical, they are undefined, so you cannot write those in the form y equals mx plus b. Okay, so let's take a look at a few examples here. Okay, on the first one, on this one, what we're going to do, we're going to take a graph, and now what we want to do is write it in the form y equals mx plus b. Well, in order to do that, we have to have two things. Okay, what are the two things we need in order to write a linear equation? Two things we've been using the whole way through. Y-intercept and the slope, okay? So we got to have the y-intercept, we got to have the slope. So what is my y-intercept on this one? Okay, so 2 is the y-intercept. Now we have to figure out the slope. Okay, how'd you get that? Yeah, we look at this graph here. Okay, we start right here. Now this one's nice and easy because it crosses through the x-axis, so we actually have an x-intercept, okay, which is a whole number. So it makes it easy. So we're going to do 1, 2. And we go 1, 2, 3. So just do your rise, count your rise, and then your run. Now in this case, we go negative, negative. Of course, negative, negative is going to end up being positive. So we just write that as 2 over